girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
And hello everyone out there. How's everybody doing? I hope my sound is good. Check 1, 2. Put it in the chat if you can. Say yes, my audio's good, or I see you, Art, and I'm ignoring you. I got my co-host. A little change up tonight. Good. All right. Excellent. For those of you that watched 400 AGL last night, Mel has a better paying position than what we have here. But he didn't, I promised to give him a triple his raise, and I just didn't follow through. So he's good. I'm glad to hear it. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. So taking his place as our permanent co-host, who's been our secondary co-host, is going to be none other than Art Carlson from Artco Drone Solution. He's up there practicing his intro, but I got just a little something. You guys know I've been goofing around and having some fun, so I want to do a short routine, and you guys might know this guy. Let me see if I can find it here. You know him as Uncle Jed, but he's now been renamed as Uncle Grumps. So I'm going to bring him in here, and here is Uncle Grumps. Hello there, kiddo. How you doing, Uncle Grumps? Oh, I'm pretty good. Went to the doctor the other day. Were you sick? No, I wanted some Viagra. Viagra? What'd the doctor say? He said it'd be like putting a new flagpole on a condemned building. Anyways, that's enough of that. I got a whole new routine that I'm working on, but I'll save the rest of that for my the rest of my show, and for my other channel. Used to be Grumpy's Gripes. It's now Grumpy's Vent. So let me bring in my co-host, and let's just bring him right on in. Let's add him in there.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, Art. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What is Viagra?
Well, it's called Bite Me, okay? I'm still working on it.
you better work on it a lot. You got all day to practice.
I do, yeah. Yeah, but I've got a routine worked up with him, but anyways, so I caught the end of your premiere. It's Viagra for old people. It causes them to keel over. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got Viagra. Yeah. You die if you don't come down. Yeah, I got a whole routine about that. Speaking of that, well, I'll save it because I'm going to put it on the other channel. I'm going to do that. I'm going to record the routine and put it on the other channel, on my Grumpy's Vent channel. But I had to come out with bring him in and just I've been working on it all day on and off, but I do have a set of jokes that work pretty good with him. Liquid Viagra, pour yourself a stiff one. Yeah. And the jokes are starting in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're good jokes too. I'll have to there are so many jokes, yes. Let's start by welcoming first off my good buddy Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, and of course Trevor was in there right behind him, right at the same time. We got Jody, Mr. Drone Shots, and Jim, Above and Beyond Drones. Glad to see you in here, and Steve Mack, of course, a longtime supporter of this channel. Who else we got here? Johnny Drone Flyer, glad to see you in here. Absolutely. And let's see who else we got. Okie Tom. All right, he says it sounds good. I'm glad my video or my audio worked out. And of course, Greg, Mr. Oz by Drone himself. And let's see who else have we got here. It looks like that's it right at the moment. So
it looks like a good crowd tonight.
But that's that's okay, but
Tom's here, 10 Toes. He just popped in.
Oh, is he? And Big Water UAV Solutions just dropped in, and so did Chris from Sunrise Water Media. So
as opposed to Little Water UAV Solutions.
Could be, yeah. I don't know. So
I guess that would be my other channel.
that would be the other channel. Yes, yeah, that would be on the other channel. Yeah. So, anyway, so what you've been? I saw your premiere, and I don't have it downloaded, but at any, I don't know how many people saw it, but I caught it just at the tail end because I was busy doing this and didn't see it pop up. So, but what little bit I saw of it looked really awesome. So, and what now, was that the one where you did the indoor thing, or was that the what?
No,
was that?
this is outdoors at the Adams County Fairgrounds. I did a little short interview with Jordan. He's one of the founders of this group, and he gave us a lot of really good information about this club. And so later on this week, I'm going to go over to this other place that has an indoor FPV place. It's like a big warehouse behind a vape shop. Imagine that.
Oh yeah.
But they use the same batteries. Imagine that.
Well, that's good. That's good. And I see we've got our first guest besides you, Art, and let's go ahead and add him. Hello, Greg. How you doing?
Hey, Greg.
G'day. I'm doing well. Good to see you guys. How's the world? How do you feel, Art, being in the big chair now? You're the number one co-host on the show, and I hope you're paying him more than Mel.
Yeah, much more.
Well, I actually, and that was the thing. After I lost Mel, after he informed me that the pay wasn't good enough, I decided to go ahead and give Art triple of what I paid Mel. So.
Yeah, okay. By the way, is Uncle Grumps there?
Yeah, he is. You want to talk with him?
You bring him up for a sec? Yeah, just for a brief moment.
Sure. Yeah. If he was taking a nap.
He was taking a nap?
Hello, Greg. How you doing?
So I'm doing well. Yeah, I hear you've been having these little blue pills.
Oh yeah,
sure?
Yeah, I have.
Are you sure they're good for you?
Well,
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Anything. Yeah. Well, the wife told the doctor that if I was going to be using that rusty old thing, she wanted a tetanus shot.
Yeah. Anyway, I had that recording sitting there, and I thought I couldn't resist using it.
Couldn't resist using it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we'll lay down, take a nap.
I tell you what, I've got some news for you.
Oh,
you do?
Okay. Yeah.
Would you like some news? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh. And we have late breaking news. Heard first here on Grumpy. Okay, let's get rid of that. This is some late breaking news, and I heard today, this is about the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. You guys know who he is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's John's brother.
Okay. No, the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, he was visiting a Sydney primary school because, they're trying to get all of the schools happening again and get people comfortable because it's just the end of school holidays. And so he was visiting a school, and class was in the middle of a discussion related to words and their meanings. And the teacher asked if Mr. Morrison, if he would like to lead the discussion on the word tragedy. So our illustrious leader asked the class for an example of a tragedy. And a little boy stood up and he said, look, if my best friend who lives on a farm is playing in the field and a tractor runs him over and kills him, that would be a tragedy. Incorrect, said Mr. Morrison. That would be an accident. A little girl raised her hand and said, if a school bus carrying 50 children drove off a cliff killing everybody inside, that would be a tragedy. I'm afraid not, explained Mr. Morrison. That's what we would refer to as a great loss. The room went silent and there was no other children volunteering their answers, and Morrison searched the room. Isn't there someone who can give me an example of a tragedy? Finally, at the back of the room, little Johnny raised his hand and said, of a plane carrying you and the opposition leader, Anthony Albanese, and Joe Biden and Donald Trump was struck by friendly fire missile and blown to smithereens, that would be a tragedy. Fantastic, said Scott Morrison. And can you tell me why that would be a tragedy? And little Johnny said, well, it's got to be a tragedy because it certainly wouldn't be a great loss and it probably wouldn't be a fucking accident either.
I like that one. That was good. And I didn't get that laugh track you asked for, Greg. I didn't have time.
That's all right. That's all right.
I loved your little girl voice.
Yeah, well, I don't have the soundboard like you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you were wondering why I switched your windows around, because the guys in the chat asked me to do a side-by-side with you, Greg, and Uncle Grumps.
Okay.
They say it looks like an older version of you. Just that's what they said in the chat. Yeah, I know. So got to give the audience what. Oh. Okay. Got to give the audience what they asked for. So yeah. So that's what that window switching was and all that was while you were telling that joke. Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. That one came into my inbox this week and I saw it and it was just a cool joke and I did get permission from you to use that word, so
Grant, yeah, you did get permission to use that one from me, so yes, he did say, but he asked if he could use that and I said yes he could, Hey, other than the fact we got yeah, and besides, we may have puppets on here, but this is not a for children channel.
That's right. This is fucking serious.
Even though we're talking about little Johnny and the Prime Minister talking to school kids.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Greg, what do you got going on this week? What are you doing this week? Still?
Well, my wife got the jab yesterday.
Oh, did she?
Woohoo.
She got the jab?
Finally, yeah.
From you or from the doctors?
The vaccination center out at Homebush.
Oh, that jab. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just went on, we went down a whole new, because you said she got a little jab from Homebush.
I didn't say a little jab. I said jab and Homebush. Well, that's a place.
Yeah. Okay. It just.
Now we know where the Viagra came from.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get some Homebush.
Oh, yeah. It's already started, guys. It went off the rails. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lloyd,
yes.
Wait. I just got some late breaking news. Hollywood.
Producer that doesn't exist?
Yes, that's true. Ellen DeGeneres and her husband are breaking up. Yes, she's married to her husband's Portia de Rossi. Anyway, Ellen found a pill bottle.
You found a pill
bottle of tricoxazine.
Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna step out for a minute. Judy has just come in, so you guys have the show for the minute. I'll be right back.
No, all right.
Oh no, he's left us. He's left it in great hands. I don't want to know what your hands are doing there under the desk, but anyway, mine are here. So, Art, what have you got? Have you got some interesting stuff that's happening in your life?
Yes, I have. I just posted a video just prior to the show. It was
a premiere. I saw it. I saw it coming up. I haven't yet had a chance. I was getting ready to come over here. What was it about?
It was about this organization I just started following called the Flight Club. And we meet at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Brighton, Colorado. And I had one of the...
Did you say at the fairground?
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you watch the video, you'll see that there was a carnival that was going to be starting later in the day. They had the Ferris wheel up and a bunch of, rides and stuff there. So, got some good video of that. Flew some FPV, and Jordan, he's one of the founders. He gave us a little information on how this organization got started, and hopefully we can get more people from around the area to start coming down. We meet every Sunday morning, 7 to 10 a.m.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of fun. We don't get to have fun over here anymore because we're still in lockdown.
Lockdown.
We got the big...
Now that's a tragedy.
Yeah. They've actually in Sydney, have you heard that they've called out the army? Seriously. No jokes. They've actually called out the army to enforce the lockdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, you guys have gone full circle. You started off as a penal colony, and now you're a penal colony.
Okay. We'll leave that one, joke. That one was doesn't deserve the... It's got the... Nah. Have you got any better jokes so we can stretch a little while we're waiting for Uncle Grumps to come back?
No, but hold on. I got the old YouTubes going here.
So Johnny D wants to fly through the rides at the carnival, and Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, thought that Ellen was the husband in that marriage. Well, yeah, you could say that. Definitely. I saw Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk's also telling me that I need a bigger shovel. Am I digging myself a grave there, Grant? I don't know.
And I'm back. And I was able to hear all the stories. So they've called the army in?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you want to know, here's an interesting one as well. Like this weekend, they were going to have another Freedom Day protest rally march thing on the weekend. And
right.
The government made it illegal for rideshare drivers like Uber and all that kind of stuff. Uber was not allowed to go into the city. And at all of the train stations, they had police enforce at all of the train station exits. So the people who wanted to march couldn't get there.
Oh, but they couldn't walk? Well,
how about bicycle? How about skateboard
or bicycle?
Well, Rent a Crowd are not going to do anything that requires them to actually use any effort.
Okay, here we go. The jokes are coming in, guys. What's the difference between a woman and a pair of glasses? Glasses sit a little higher on your face.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. So, yeah.
But, definitely pay that one.
Yeah. Well, of course, I mentioned it on Mel's show last night that my friend's wife passed away from the Delta variant. And what I didn't realize is that she passed away yesterday morning about 3:30, and today was her 60th birthday.
Mm.
Or would have been her 60th birthday. She died one day short of 60 years old. So, but anyways, it's one of them things. So I am wearing the mask and using the hand sanitizer and all that good crap again, just to keep from, And I was supposed to go get a tooth pulled. Greg, I talked to you about this earlier, but I was supposed to go get a tooth pulled. This one I broke off, and here I fell and I broke my crown. And they were supposed to have set it up last year, but because of COVID and everything, it didn't work. So anyway, so I texted them or I set up and said, no, that I just wasn't comfortable with going. Yeah, thank you. I was just not comfortable going in to have the tooth pulled. Right now with this new COVID, I want to kind of wait until the peak. So they said they'd have somebody contact me. Well, an hour or so later.
Open wide, Lloyd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not bothering me. It had a root canal. But anyway, so they called me back about an hour or so later to see if I wanted to, yeah. I fell down and broke my crown. You're right. And Joe came tumbling after. Yeah. But, anyways, the gal, I said, we just lost a very good friend to this, Delta variant, yesterday. And she says, wow. She says, my cousin just lost his mother. I said, when'd she die? And she says, well, yesterday. I said, her name wouldn't be Debbie, would it? And she goes, yes. I said, Debbie Watts? Yeah, that's her. It turns out the lady who was a complete stranger, I mean, somebody I probably know, but I had no clue. It was her aunt that had passed away yesterday. So she fully understood me not. Yeah. And I mean, Muskogee's not as big as Denver or Sydney, but we still got 45,000 people here. What are the chances a complete stranger calls me up, has no clue that I'm even connected with her family? So it just goes to show you it's a small world. But so anyways,
can I share an interesting little story for you?
Absolutely.
Delta variant story. In Australia, you've got The Voice, I'm sure, The Voice America. We've got The Voice Australia. And one of our judges that we've had, I think, almost every year since the show started is a singer by the name of Delta Goodrem. This is the first year she hasn't been around. I don't think they want to have a Delta on the show.
They don't want to have a Delta around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can imagine that. Yeah, they're getting, it's getting crazy. And I don't know. You were telling me something about what did YouTube do to Sky News? That just goes to.
Yeah. So Sky News is, it's a news channel that's on Foxtel, our pay TV network that we have in Australia. And it's a Murdoch-owned news channel. And they've got one commentator who says some things that are a little bit risque about the old virus thing, the things that we don't talk about on YouTube too much.
Right.
But YouTube banned the entire news organization for 1 week. They can't upload. Can you imagine the uproar? So you've got, in Australia, you've got two full-time news services. You've got ABC Australia and you've got Sky News. If you could equate that to maybe CBS and as a left-leaning organisation and Fox, just imagine if they were the only two. Just imagine if they were the only two companies, one left, one right, and you took away the right-leaning company.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about censorship.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's talking about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Lloyd and I were talking about this very topic on my show yesterday. Talking about deplatforming anybody or any organizations that spread disinformation.
Misinformation. You know what, though? Here's what I'll say on that. I, regardless of your political leanings, Sky News, when they do make a mistake, they own up to it. And there was one of their broadcasters who was a little more controversial than they like in some of the things that he said. He misinterpreted some statistics. So when he made an error of fact, they went up and they did a retraction. They said, hey, we screwed up. This is not a fact. It's an error. And therefore, we're going to pull that entire episode. But that was from their own platform and everywhere else that it may have been. But I think that's what probably caused the YouTube people to get up in arms. That episode was, he went a step too far, made a mistake. Yeah. But they owned up to it. But that's not, Anyway.
Yeah, and the thing is they, unlike some of the other agencies that we all are used to, they didn't just fire the guy. They pulled that episode off, made it so it's not there, and and they took responsibility.
And they
I'm
produced
sure
a retraction. They printed a retraction. They said, we made a mistake.
Printed a retraction. Okay, and that's good, for YouTube to go on and do this. And I want to welcome Drone Life RC and Robert Glazer to the show. You guys are lucky you came in late, so you didn't have to see the puppet. But, yeah.
What do you mean? He's still over there.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you, he's my Uncle Grumps, so, my uncle is a dummy. So I'm related to a dummy. That just goes to...
Yeah, you're the
hard to
puppet.
tell the
in the
difference.
family.
Yeah.
You're the puppet.
Yeah,
He's
it
the
runs
dummy.
in the
Bring the
family.
dummy back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on there? There it is.
Well, considering we were talking earlier on about little blue pills, Uncle Grumps doesn't need it because you got his hand up his...
Yes. Oh my God! Where the hell is your hand? Are you even wearing a glove? I'm not wearing a glove. Oh hell! Anyways,
this is going
Don't believe in
downhill.
gloves. Oh, it is. It's going downhill bad. Yeah. So that's why I didn't do the whole routine. I'm going to do the rest of the routine, and they're all Viagra jokes. But they are pretty good. I got to tell you this one though. I'm going to tell you this in my own voice rather than trying to do it with the puppet. You guys can expect him to tell it later on my other channel. But Art, it's sometimes people got they found a cure for when a fellow takes too many Viagras. You know what that cure is?
No, do tell.
They tell you to go in the bathroom, and what they do is they give you a book, and they tell you to sit down and you look at naked pictures of Hillary Clinton.
Ooh.
The dummy tells it better, to be honest with you. I screwed it up, and I've got it printed in front of me. The dummy tells it better, but we'll save that for another time. Yeah, that would definitely cure taking too many. Yeah, but
Anyway.
yeah, he was telling me the other day that he accidentally took Rogaine with his Viagra. He said it was a hair-raising experience.
Oh, no. I bet he wants to try some trianoacidol.
Don't do that when I'm getting ready to take a drink. I about choked on that.
I don't know what that is, so I didn't know what button to push.
Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah.
Are we talking about a laxative or something? Because Art's usually always talking about...
Oh, well, because he's got his hand up his uncle's behind.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of being full of crap, hey, Ron, how you doing?
Oh, there he
I was coming at the right time. Something about you had your hand up somewhere you shouldn't have, and something about
Yeah. Your timing is impeccable. That's all I can say. What are you up to, Ron?
Stressing out.
Oh, what's going on? Work?
I got a lot going on. I have to move. And then I find out today, not sure how much longer I'm going to have a job.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Hospital is mandating everyone to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've got 5 pilots who are refusing. And
Oh, no.
everybody must have it by November 1st. And if not by November 1st, then you're gone. So can't kind of run a flight program without pilots.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
They're more worried about, and I kind of get it, the side effects. There could be certain things like blood clots. They get diagnosed with blood clots in their annual physical. Their pilot's license is pulled. Now they're done here, and they're done as a pilot.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this, just because we've had more kind of exposure to the clotty discussion over here. That was with AstraZeneca is the name of the one over here that has that side effect. But the Pfizer one apparently doesn't. Is that what you're understanding?
Greg, I've heard so much. I'm not sure which one anymore is what to believe. And
that's the really simple messaging over here. So Pfizer, and they're going to bring Moderna in, and our reporting from our equivalent of your FDA and your health bureaucrats and what have you, I don't know what you call them, but our guys over here are saying, yeah, the only one that has that reported symptom is AstraZeneca, which a lot of people are resisting and waiting to get stock in for Pfizer.
Hello, Matt.
The only reason we don't have enough coming in,
Bob,
is we're importing it from America, and you guys are supposedly getting it before we do, which I understand on one hand, but we ordered it, and anyway.
Yeah. No, they said that Johnson & Johnson is a one-time. And
right.
They were running low on that, but apparently they're banking up supply again. The Moderna, they say, is the one, present company included. I experienced it where a lot more people were getting a lot more sick, getting more symptoms. The Pfizer, have not heard a whole lot of symptoms on that one.
And that's the messaging that I've gotten. Certainly everyone in Australia's got. There are some minor things. My wife had it yesterday, and she was cold in bed last night.
Yeah.
That's about it so far.
Yeah, you're going to get those side effects. It's like, I think like Bob Casey is, they made it this far. You'd think they would have given those pilots an ultimatum. Wouldn't have given them an ultimatum. You're right. If they've gone this far without the shot and they haven't had it, you would have thought, okay, they've well beyond. And of course, like Chris says, why would they mandate the shot? Because it doesn't prevent it from being passed on. Matter of fact, one of the big problems is we're getting so many mixed messages from all of the health industries, the governments, and it's been so politicized one way or the other. And, like Johnny just said, he was sick as a dog for 12 hours. Well, my first shot, my shoulder just about killed me from it. I mean, I was in pain.
Which one did you have?
I think I had Moderna. Judy had Pfizer or vice versa.
Same
I can't
here.
remember.
I had Moderna.
Yeah, I think I'd have to. I don't have my card with me, and but anyways, and then the second shot, I kind of felt like I had the flu for about, part of a light case of the flu that night, but other than that, I had no side effects. The problem is there's so many mixed messages, Now, my friend, whose wife just passed away yesterday, from the Delta variant. Now, he had the Alpha variant or the original COVID, and was real sick with it. Now, and he's got, I think he went in, he ended up having to go in and have a heart stent put in. I don't remember if that was prior to but he does like to eat. So let's just say he didn't live the healthiest lifestyle. But he got COVID, got over it, Alpha variant. Then he went back and had the shots, and he's fine. He didn't catch this Delta variant or anything like that. But yet his wife, who would have turned 60 today, she was healthy, she was fine, she was been doing good. Matter of fact, he put up a picture on Facebook about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that said she wasn't feeling good, and she was just sick. So it's showing her and one of their new dogs that they had, and here it is. 2 weeks later, she's gone. Just that simple. That
Do you want me
quick.
to go and get? I'll go and get the handout that my wife had once she had the shot yesterday, which tells you exactly the post-vaccine symptoms you can get. You want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Sure.
And Yeah, go ahead and get that, Greg. I appreciate that. But, I didn't know where we're going with this show tonight. And, this is kind of taking a little bit less
Sorry,
happy
I guess
turn.
I tried to brought it down. I'm sorry.
No. I just lost, my best friend just lost his wife yesterday morning at 3:30 from Delta variant. And I kind of knew by Wednesday night. He sent me a text message telling me some things that were going on. I told Judy then. And this gal, her name is Debbie Watts. She was the sweetest, fun-filled, bubbly, great personality. She was just this little bitty thing. She's still taller than you, Art, but she was still like, maybe 4'11", 5 foot tall, built like the proverbial brick building. And, so she was a wonderful personality, had killer blue eyes. I mean, they were the kind that looked right through you. That almost teal color, and they weren't contacts. They were her real color of eyes. And she was just, Chris, it is a heavy topic, but it's real life, and she was healthy, working. She'd gone through a lot, had to have 2 knee surgeries and all that, but her health otherwise was in good. She was in good shape, and then she got this in 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks. She was gone, and that's how quick it moved. And it was just, she stopped for a little bit. It looked like, matter of fact, when they took her to the ER a week ago Sunday, she had actually gotten over the cough part and had never run a temperature over 100. And then Sunday night, she suddenly couldn't breathe, and she was gone by yesterday morning, 1 week. It just went.
Wow.
They got her back up, and they started to wean her off of the ventilator. No, Bob, she was not vaccinated. That's one thing. She wasn't vaccinated, so, but she'd gone through all of that kept working and everything without the vaccine, but then the Delta variant hit her, and there wasn't no.
I haven't heard much on that.
Well, it's a big thing right in our area because Missouri, apparently, whoever brought it in, they brought it into Missouri, probably through St. Louis or someplace. It has spread like wildfire all through the state of Missouri. And they had, at one point when it first came in, they had the highest percentage of cases of the Delta variant in the United States. And, of course, that's just right across the border from us. That's the state right next to us. Does the vaccine have any effect on that? Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I've just put a link in the private chat. If you want to click on that link and share that to your screen. That's the handout that the Australian government gives out after people have the Pfizer one in Australia, and tell you what to expect.
Okay. I got to figure out, how do I share this? Let's see. There it is. Share. Share screen. Let's do this. We'll share this screen. Is that the one? Yeah. And we'll have a black hole here. Okay. Did that show?
No, we've got a black hole.
What?
We've got a black hole in a black hole.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it in the chat and let everybody.
Let me do it a different way. Just wait a sec, Lloyd.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'll download it and
stop sharing now.
Yeah. Go ahead and close.
Greg.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I wasn't sharing it because it was in the same browser, and last time I did that, it sounded crap. But I can do it this way. Hang on.
But I mean,
sure.
Here last week they started asking about, okay, do masks work? They don't work. Wear the mask, don't wear the mask. You can pass it on if you got the shots. If you don't have the shots, blah 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 blah. And nobody's given a definitive answer. 1 week we're hearing from our illustrious leader, the commander of Senality, Commander-in-Chief.
My butt's been white?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, anyways, we hear one thing one week and something else the next. And let's see. Less common side effects. Pain, swelling, the injection site, tiredness, headaches, muscle pain, fever. Yeah.
Basically, exactly the same as a flu shot.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is we don't have any definitive answers, and one of the problems has been is no guidance. Because it just changes and changes and changes. And so finally, after everything was said and done, the CDC came out and said, and I think most of us would just as soon know one way or the other. They came out and said, we truly don't know. At least we can understand. We may not like it. It may not be the news we want to hear, but at least when they say, hey, in all honesty, we don't know what the results are, and, instead of telling us, oh, we got to wear a mask, we got to do this, we got to do that, and blah, 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 just say, we don't know what to do. This is, and so, like I said, that's where, I'm like you, Bob. I want to know the point of origin. I took so many vaccines in the Army.
China.
I figured, well, when I took the anthrax shot, my armpits developed knots. China, yeah. I think it's pretty much been proven. I mean, I think I just saw something today. They've said that it has to do with, there's some new evidence that in the last 2 years, this place is only like 3 or 4 years old, and they've just asked for more money to completely go through, change the air filtration system to do. In other words, they're trying to clean it all up now. Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, and
we need more
Matt,
money to cover up
Casey,
this mess that we made.
Yeah, and hello, Joe. So, all right, with that. You had one other thing you said. You said you're going to have to move.
Yeah,
Ron?
and that's the thing that scares me is my owner's selling the house. He's selling it for way above what it's worth, which means I'll have to come up with extra money that the bank won't loan.
Right.
And so I'm trying to decide now what to do. Wasn't expecting either one, but this weekend came in here and the pilots are all in an uproar. If we don't have pilots, we sit around and don't fly for a month. It's hard to tell what to do. I've been in this business long enough, whether it be helicopter or fixed wing, when these things aren't cheap to run, and you got to have certain flights per month. You don't beat that number, they shut things down. The sad part. There's two sad parts to that story. Is one, we lose our jobs, and two, it's not like we're in a big metropolitan area. We're in a somewhat of a secluded area, and this actually is going to involve like 3 states. There's places. One of the places, just for instance, there's 2 little towns in eastern Montana that we go to a lot. Both of those areas are probably 5, 6, 7 hours from real good definitive care. By ground. Right. By airplane, we're getting them there in an hour. Those people are going to suffer because they're in these small little hospitals. They have a major heart attack or major trauma. Sorry. So we're not the only ones that are going to suffer. It's the community.
Yeah. So, and I can see the pilot's point of view because, like you said, if there's a side effect and they get a blood clot, they've not only lost their job, now they've lost their license. Because as a pilot, they can go fly for, Bangladesh Airlines or something if they want to, but they can't do it if they've lost their medical certificate. Hey, I'm going to take just a second and do my shameless plug because we've gone past that point.
Yep.
And let me put this up here, and let's do the shameless plug real quick. Also, I'm going to put a link in the there's a link in the description for that store, but I'm going to put a link in the chat right now because I've got a new store. It's with Spreadshirt, and they don't have the hats yet. I haven't figured out how to put those up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but anyways, it's called Spreadshirt. It was Sean Ides. I actually saw it on his live stream the other night. He made a sticker, I think. I think it was, or a T-shirt. No, he made a T-shirt, and it had to do with. He was asking the people in the chat. Sean I Studio was asking to come up with an idea, and I popped up an idea that had to do with a saying, and he took that and converted that, and now he's selling it in his shop. And I thought, I want to look at this Spreadshirt, and it's really nice. They have if you check that link out, they've got all sorts of stuff there, and it operates under the same premise as Teespring. So it's just another store, but they've got a lot more stuff available. And you put in one thing, and then they set it all up, so you get everything except for the hats. I haven't figured out the hats yet. I got to figure out. I don't know. Maybe I got to get to the next tier of that. But and this shirt is a little different. I've just got the Grumpy Vlogger logo sort of in the middle of the chest. Looks really nice on the ladies' shirts because it's right there in between. It's just a good straight shot. Yeah. Keeps the eyes focused on my logo.
In fact, next Monday, Lloyd, you should wear your hat that I got you last year because it'll be the 1 year anniversary from the Sturgis rally.
Sturgis, yes, that's right. I forgot about that. It's with. I don't think I have it in here. I will wear it next Monday because that's right.
I should share a video from 2 years ago. That one was. I shared. Who did I share that with the other night? Somebody.
I can't remember. Was it Matt North?
Well, I will be hopefully next Friday night live.
Cool.
With
cool.
Matt.
Excellent. So.
Yeah, that was interesting last year.
It was. I remember that. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, don't forget the top of the hour.
Drone Nation.
Yeah, Drone Nation. Thank you. I was looking what
Drone.
into it. Says I would forget to wear it in the next week. Yeah, I will get it right after the show. Hang it up here so I know it's there. So
There you go.
but so you at work, Ron, or you? I take it
Yeah.
you're at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, it's one of those things you just don't know. I see the pilot's point of view. I see the hospital's point of view.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a dumb question though, Ron? What would make sense to me is getting a doctor who can sit in front of your pilots just for a briefing session, because you can make a decision when you've got facts that are not being polluted by media. Get someone they trust to sit in front of them, share with them some details from that document, for example, as
Yeah.
can't hurt.
That's the problem, and I think that's what's ruined it. Is there's been so much misinformation from the media.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what to believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's why I was saying. It's just because they've taken and used it politically, and I mean not just here in the United States, but they've used it everywhere. Depending on which. At the end of the day, what's sad is we've had a lot of people die from this, from the original COVID and now from the variant, the Delta variant. And I know we talked to our doctor a couple weeks ago. He says there's going to be another variant. He has no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he says there's going to be what they call the Gamma variant because they're using the Greek alphabet, Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma.
Well, where's the Epsilon variant?
We haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
Alpha, Beta. Yeah, Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Epsilon. That comes after Gamma.
Okay.
I had to stop and think. It's been a while since I've said the Greek alphabet in my head. So
how about the Omega and the Theta?
Well, the Omega is at the end. So once we hit that one, we're all dead.
Okay, and the Sigma?
Yeah.
And the Epsilon and the...
Epsilon comes after Gamma.
Okay. You know what? My dad was in the Sig Eps fraternity. Sigma Alpha Epsilon.
Yeah.
Sleep and eat house.
Sleep and eat house. Well, I actually studied Greek. I don't read it anymore because it's like everything, you don't use it, you lose it. So, but yeah, I studied it for years, but I don't know it anymore, and I have to stop and think. I have to run it through. It's just like the alphabet. Sometimes you got to run it through your whole head to get to that one letter. Like, what's that next letter? Yeah. But anyway.
Since you studied Greek, you know what Elysium is?
Elysium?
Yeah.
No.
All right, that is heaven. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and do you know the name of the dog that guards the gates to Elysium?
No, I don't.
That'd be Cerberus.
Oh, Cerberus. Okay. Now you're talking.
And have you heard about the afterlife for pets? There were 3 pets going to the afterlife, and the first pet that came in was a German Shepherd. No, not a German Shepherd. It was Saint Bernard. Sorry, Saint Bernard. And Saint Bernard.
Yeah, just look at the notes down there. Why don't you? Check your
I'm
notes.
not looking at any notes. There's no notes for this one.
Well, you were like, it's not German
something.
Shepherd.
I'm just playing with something. This dog though was a Saint Bernard, and
are you sure it wasn't a Dalmatian?
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Come on, I want to hear this. So the first dog was a Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard, and he said, yeah, I've been really, really good. When he was asked why he should get into heaven, and he said, I've been really good. I was looking after people who'd passed out on the slopes, so dogs with a little thing around their, all of that kind of stuff. And he says, yes, you shall pass. And then the next dog comes in.
What is that thing called?
A cask.
Is what thing?
Moving right along.
All right, let him finish.
The next one was coming along, and this was a guide dog. And he said, yeah, I've been looking after blind people all my life till I retired. And, he says, yep, you too shall pass. And then comes the cat and asks the cat, well, what have you done that's been good that, makes you worthy of coming in? And he says, I believe you're sitting in my chair.
That would be a cat. Yeah, that would be a cat.
There are these two ladies in New York City walking their dogs, and one of them spots this really nice restaurant that they want to go in. So they saw the sign that says, no dogs allowed. So one of the gals said, hey, just do what I'm doing. She puts on sunglasses and she takes her dog up there, and the guy says, oh, I'm sorry, we can't have dogs in here. And she said, oh, this is my guide dog. And he goes, oh, okay, come on in. So her friend comes up behind her, and the guy stops her, and he says, we can't have dogs in here. And she goes, well, this is my guide dog. And he goes, that dog is a Chihuahua. And she said, what, they gave me a fucking Chihuahua?
That's twice today.
Yeah, we're on a roll. Yeah, Joe Blaylock was saying you should interrupt him, Greg.
Interrupting Greg, it's only fair. Yeah, I just saw it afterwards.
Exactly. This has been a good show in spite of the subject matter being kind of dark and dreary. But hey, it's reality. It is what it is. So, so when do you have to move, Ron?
Not sure. The owner's probably going to be calling me this week and asking me for a decision. He's not sure, and I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to buy it, but chances are I probably won't. So
right.
If he sells, he says he has two other buyers. One will be the property manager that currently I deal with, and they say my rent's going up $300 a month. The other is a private person, and I'll have 30 days.
Ouch, may I have another?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they could at least take you out to dinner.
Yeah.
They're going to screw you over like that,
So I got
buy you a drink or something.
Plan. I do have that. So worst case scenario, I put my stuff in storage and I move in with my friend in Wyoming. So I've already talked to him. So that'll be temporary. So I kind of find out what's going on.
Yeah.
But we will see.
Yeah. Don't move in with your sister like I did. Where I was on a curfew with the computer. Hey, I can only use it for 1 hour a day. Boy, was that a blast.
Is she older than you or younger than you?
Yes, she's 10 years older than me.
Yeah, there you go. Big sisters being what big sisters are, they won't boss you around. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But well, keep us posted on what's going on, and definitely, if you
I'm going to try and just take the next week, and I go home Wednesday. I'm just going to try and put some things out of my mind. Who knows, next Monday, if you're going to have a show, I may show up and there may be some scenery that you enjoy watching. If I'm
absolutely
live.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I will. I will definitely be having a show next Monday. But and Ron, in case you didn't hear it in the beginning or you didn't catch, Mel is no longer co-hosting on my show. he got Art is our permanent co-host now because Mel got a better offer. I wasn't paying him enough, and no, actually, he got a job. Yeah, he's actually working in the hobby shop that he hangs around all the time anyway. So they've decided to pay him to hang around there. So you know, but yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I just saw that. Thank you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Kinda
Greg
keep 'em out
in
of trouble.
his. Yeah, it will. Yeah. Mel is now in a candy store. Yeah, it's like well, yes. I thank you. Everybody's saying it's time. So with that, final. Okay, now it's only 6 p.m. What do you got going on? You said next week you're going to chill out this next week after you get off work, right?
Yep, and I have some friends coming to the house, and we're going to do some riding and go over to Sturgis. And I hear that it will be bigger than the 75th anniversary, which was 6 years ago. That
wow.
Wow. There was over 1.5 million people. I don't know how it was. The interstate was blocked up, solid parking lot each direction for about 4 or 5 miles.
Wow.
And it could be interesting. This year is year 81, which is the Hells Angels number. So that could be interesting. And we'll see if those little chuckleheads from
Lives Matter?
Antifa?
Yeah,
Antifa?
Antifa. See if they're stupid enough to show up again this year.
Yeah, that would be nice. Entertaining, anyways. Get video. And Greg, what do you got going on your channel?
I have no idea what's going to happen this weekend yet. Still got the sausage factory trying to pick a guest, so we'll work that out when we work it out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Oh, excellent. So, and Art, you just premiered a video tonight. Sorry, I didn't
premiered a video tonight. And Sunday, I may be flying with Chris Murdoch down in Colorado Springs.
Okay. So we may not do a show Sunday then.
Who knows? Yeah, most likely I'll be down there all day. So I'll know more towards the end of the week, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, so
should be a lot of fun.
Okay, guys. With that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself on full screen. I want to thank all three of you. Art, I want to thank you. First time in the number one co-host chair. Ron, thank you for coming in. I hope things work out better. Greg, you did have some good jokes tonight. And with that, I'm put. Somebody take his sound machine away. Anyways, with that, I'm going to put myself on full screen, and I am going to start the timer. And
good night,
I will. Good night, Ron. Yeah.
Good night.
Timer and.
Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does the big squishy butt have something to say?
And with that, folks, remember what I say, be kind, treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. Remember, everybody matters, even big squishy butts. Okay, I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. Thanks for watching. Could have been anywhere you chose to be here. I don't know what to do about Greg and his sound machine. Anyways, I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now. And thank you for watching.